True Crime Eve.
Why was Sarah Wondra's failure to report a death charge dropped? Let's get into it.
You're Sarah Wondra, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
In this case, this morning there was filed by the state a motion to dismiss case 1769. Mr. Phillips, is that the state's position that matter should be dismissed?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, so case CR 38221769 is dismissed on motion of the state. Ms. Wondra, do you have any questions about that?
I don't, Your Honor.
Mr. Schiller, Mr. Phillips, anything else in this case today?
Thank you. Not for much, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, let's take up next Kimberly Douglas in case CR 3823142.
So what is the case text that they refer to in the dismissal? Let's check it.
This is breaking news.
Following breaking news right now, a Spokane woman's body found in Lake Coeur d'Alene. Now, sheriff's deputies are looking for anyone who has information about what happened to her. KXY4's Brittany Paris live in our newsroom. And Brittany, what do we know?
Nadine, we know her name and that she's a 27-year-old woman from Spokane. Now detectives hope someone can fill in the missing pieces. Kimberly Sue Vizina was found floating in the water at the south end of Lake Coeur d'Alene near Fuller's Bay. That's northeast of Worley. An autopsy was performed yesterday, and while results are pending, they do list her death as suspicious.
In a Skype interview with Kimberly's sister today, she said the Kimberly she knew was funny, caring, and generous. She loved her music and her friends, but in recent years, they had grown apart because of some of the life decisions Kimberly was making. She says that the pair grew up in the Meade area. Jennifer Go says she and her sister were close, especially after they lost their parents in a car accident in 2000. But while Jennifer went on to college, got married, had a baby, Kimberly fell deeper into heroin and prostitution. She says though her sister had her struggles, she did not deserve to be killed.
Law enforcement determined Ms. Vizina went with a friend to a flophouse in Spokane after her release. Ms. Vizina died of a drug overdose on her second night there. There were 4 other people at the house that night. In addition, 2 other people were in and out of the house that evening. They were using methamphetamine, heroin, and alcohol. Ms. Vizina's body was discovered the next morning. Rowdy, who had seniority in the group due to his drug dealer status, decided Lacey and Ms. Akins would dispose of the body. Rowdy and Jennifer provided Lacey and Ms. Akins with a burner car, and Rowdy told them to dispose of the body near Ms. Akins' family's lake house in Coeur d'Alene. Her body had been wrapped in a tarp and a shower curtain. Several weeks later, 2 fishermen found her body and called the police. The state charged Ms. Akins with 1 count of failure to notify of a death, count 1, and 1 count of destruction of evidence. She argued the district court should dismiss this charge as unconstitutional because the statute violated her Fifth Amendment rights. About 3 weeks later, the district court issued a memorandum decision dismissing count 1 due to its infringement on Ms. Akins' Fifth Amendment privilege. The district court then issued an order to dismiss count 1, and the state timely appealed.
So why did they use this case as the reference? There are other examples, as well as successful convictions of this crime. For example, Selena Thomas from Caldwell, Idaho, was murdered by her boyfriend, and the nephew helped bury her. The difference here is that the nephew knew about the murder, whereas in the Kimberly Vizina case, referenced in Sarah Wondra's dismissal for failure to report a death, there was no established crime at the time they found her body. So it makes me wonder, is that the problem in the Michael Vaughan case? They simply do not know where the original crime started, who was the perpetrator or perpetrators. That leads to the fact that there is a death that was failed to be reported on. Unfortunately, I don't see a conviction based on God told me who did it.